Did you know that 80% of people underestimate their own mental resilience? Yes, you heard it right, 8 out of 10 people. Now you might be wondering, what exactly is mental resilience? Well, it's that inner strength, that grit, that enables us to bounce back from life's inevitable challenges. It's the steel in our mental backbone that keeps us standing when the winds of adversity blow our way. We all face tough times, but it's our mental resilience that determines how we respond to these challenges. It's the engine that powers our perseverance, pushing us to overcome, to endure, to thrive. Yet the surprising truth is, many of us undervalue our own mental strength. We look at our struggles and hardships and we think we're weak, but oftentimes we're much stronger than we give ourselves credit for. So today we delve into the 14 signs that you might be mentally stronger than you think. Firstly, you embrace change. Instead of resisting it, you see it as an opportunity. Imagine a sailboat in the wind. Rather than fighting against the gusts, the sailor adjusts the sails and uses the wind to their advantage. This is the essence of embracing change. It's about shifting your sails, adapting, and using the winds of change to propel you forward. So if you find yourself welcoming change, you're already showing signs of mental strength. The second sign: you accept challenges. You don't shy away from them. Instead, you face them head on. Consider the tale of a sailor who, amidst the fiercest storms, never turned his ship around. He embraced each wave as a test of his mettle, a testament to his resilience. Similarly, when life tosses you into a tempest, you don't retreat. You stand firm, knowing each trial strengthens your spirit, molds your character. Remember, facing challenges bravely is a clear sign of mental resilience. Let's move on to signs 3 to 7. They are: you reflect on your mistakes, you keep emotions in check, you're empathetic, you celebrate others' success, and you're willing to ask for help. Reflecting on your mistakes is a powerful way to grow. Consider the story of Thomas Edison. He made thousands of unsuccessful attempts at inventing the light bulb. But instead of seeing each failure as a mistake, he saw it as an opportunity to learn and improve. This mental resilience allowed him to eventually create a successful design. Keeping emotions in check doesn't mean suppressing them. It's about understanding and managing them effectively. Take the example of Serena Williams, one of the greatest athletes of our time. Even in the heat of a match, she maintains composure, channeling her emotions to fuel her performance rather than letting them control her. Empathy is a sign of strength, not weakness. It's the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. Reflect on the story of Mahatma Gandhi. His empathetic nature led him to understand the plight of his people and inspired him to lead India to independence. Celebrating others' success is a sign of a secure and strong mindset. Imagine you're part of a team working on a project and one of your colleagues achieves a breakthrough. Instead of feeling threatened or envious, you celebrate their accomplishment. This not only lifts the team's morale, but also motivates you to strive for your own success. Finally, being willing to ask for help is a sign of mental strength. It shows that you understand your limitations and are willing to learn from others. Think about the story of Steve Jobs. He wasn't afraid to seek advice and learn from others, which played a significant role in his success. These signs all contribute to a strong mental framework. The power of mental resilience lies not just in enduring hardships, but in turning them into opportunities for growth, understanding, and success. Scene script. Up next, signs 8 to 11. These include: you're patient, you're able to say no, you don't fear alone time, and you don't dwell on the past. Let's dive right into it, shall we? Sign 8, you're patient. Patience is not just about waiting for the bus. It's about understanding that good things take time. Mentally resilient people know this. They appreciate the journey as much as the destination. Consider the story of Thomas Edison. He didn't invent the light bulb overnight. It took him thousands of attempts and endless patience to finally achieve his goal. But he didn't give up. He understood that true success is a long game. Next up, sign 9. You're able to say no. Saying no may seem simple, but it's a powerful tool that many of us struggle with. Being able to set boundaries and prioritize your mental well-being is a sign of strength. Take the story of Rosa Parks. Her ability to say no, to stand up for her rights, was a turning point in history. Sign 10, you don't fear alone time. Solitude isn't loneliness, it's a time for self-reflection and growth. Consider the story of Sir Isaac Newton. It was during his time in solitude, away from the hustle and bustle of the city, that he developed his theories on gravity. Lastly, sign 11. You don't dwell on the past. The past can be a great teacher, but it shouldn't be a prison. Resilient individuals understand this. They learn from their mistakes and move forward. Remember the story of Steve Jobs. After being ousted from Apple, the company he co-founded, he didn't dwell on the past. Instead, he started over and eventually returned to Apple, leading it to unprecedented success. These signs, again, are indicators of mental resilience. And remember, resilience isn't about never falling down. It's about how many times you get back up. Finally, the last three signs. You're adaptable, you're optimistic, and you know that failure is part of the journey. Let's begin with adaptability. Those who possess strong mental fortitude understand that change is inevitable, and rather than resisting it, they adapt. They are the bamboo in the wind, bending but never breaking. Consider the story of a woman who lost her job during a company-wide layoff. Instead of wallowing in despair, she saw an opportunity to pivot and retrain in a new field. Her adaptability not only led her to a new career, but also to a newfound sense of fulfillment. Next, optimism. Yes, life can be tough, and it's easy to become cynical. But mentally strong individuals choose to see the silver lining even in the darkest clouds. Think of a man diagnosed with a severe illness. He could have surrendered to his fate, but instead, he chose to remain hopeful, focusing on the treatments and lifestyle changes that could improve his condition. His optimism was a beacon of light during his most challenging times. Lastly, understanding that failure is part of the journey. Mentally strong people know that success doesn't come without a few bumps and bruises along the way. Take the example of a novelist whose first 3 manuscripts were rejected. He could have given up, but he saw these rejections as learning experiences, stepping stones on his path to success. If you possess these qualities, it's a clear indication of your mental strength. So there you have it, the 14 signs of mental resilience. Let's take a moment to recap. We've talked about the power of mental resilience and how it enables us to embrace change, accept challenges, and bounce back from setbacks. We've explored the first 7 signs, which include being open to change, taking on challenges head-on, understanding and managing emotions, and maintaining a positive attitude. Next, we delved into signs 8 to 11, which encompassed having a strong sense of self-worth, being able to set and maintain boundaries, showing empathy, and demonstrating patience. We then rounded off with the final signs, displaying a strong work ethic, being able to adapt, having a robust support network, and finally the ability to forgive and let go. Now, it's time for a little self-assessment. How many of these signs do you see in yourself? Remember, it's not about ticking off all 14, but rather about recognizing where you stand and identifying areas for growth. Perhaps you're good at setting boundaries but struggle to manage your emotions. Maybe you're adaptable but find it hard to maintain a positive attitude in difficult times. That's okay. We're all works in progress and there's always room for improvement. So how can you strengthen your mental resilience? Start by focusing on one area at a time. If managing emotions is a challenge, try mindfulness exercises or seek professional help. If setting boundaries is tough, practice saying no without feeling guilty. Remember, it's about progress, not perfection. Celebrate your wins, no matter how small they may seem. And if you stumble along the way, pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and try again. After all, mental resilience is all about the ability to bounce back. Remember, mental resilience isn't about being invincible. It's about bouncing back from failures and setbacks. So keep working on your mental strength, and don't forget to give yourself credit for how far you've come.